What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today, we are watching the next video in the Twilight pitch meeting series. We are watching the pitch meeting to Twilight Eclipse. I vaguely remember reading this book. I barely know anything about the story at this point. I don't really remember much except for like the very end when she had the kid and they had the big fight and it was a fake. So I don't really remember any of this. So this is going to be a nice refresher. So let's just get right into it. Guys, if you like this video, you know what to do. Give me a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. If there's anything spooky for spooky season you want me to check out, leave it in the comments down below and I'll be sure to check it out. Check out Patreon, check out merch, you know the drill. Alright guys, let's just get right into it. This is the pitch meeting to Twilight Eclipse. Let's go.
So, you have a movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. And this one's going to be called Eclipse.
Oh, sounds like a weird name for a movie. That's not something any rational person would stare at.
Well, it's the name of the third book, sir. Our hands are tied.
Oh, yeah. Who did this?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
God.
have any suspects at the moment, unfortunately, sir.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we track them down soon. So anyway, at the end of the last movie, Edward proposed to Bella, right?
That's right, sir. And in this movie, he's going to do that again.
What? Did she say no?
Oh.
She says no, sir, and she keeps saying
Oh,
no, because a lot of
really?
marriages end in divorce, you know? It's a big commitment.
But her main motivation is to be an immortal vampire with him forever, for eternity.
That's right, sir.
No, I feel like that doesn't make any sense. How is this even a conflict?
Listen,
Not
sir,
at all.
The story had to be stretched out for money purposes, right? So I'm going to need you to get all the way off my back about manufactured, meaningless conflict.
Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing. I do like money purposes.
They're the only purposes that matter, sir. Also, in this movie, Jacob's kind of fighting for Bella's love. He wants to be the one she chooses.
But didn't the last movie end with him being like, okay, looks like Bella's with Edward now?
Oh, my God, that's so weird.
Wow, what's going on?
I mean, I know it sounds
yeah.
crazy, but it kind of feels like you're back on my back about manufactured conflict.
Oh, I accidentally got back on that thing, didn't I? I apologize.
Thanks, sir. So anyway, in this movie, that redheaded
Oh my God.
vampire Victoria, whose face has just completely changed for some reason, is on her way to kill Bella because she's obsessed with her.
Right, why is that again?
Well, she's the main character.
Right.
So in Seattle, Victoria, she's working on building an army of newborns.
Oh, going to war with babies is tight.
No, newborns isn't people that were just recently turned into vampires.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, Alice has a vision that the army's moving towards them, and they're going to be in Forks, Washington in 4 days.
4 days? Isn't that like a 4-hour drive?
It is, yeah.
Can vampires not drive?
No, they could drive.
I mean, even if they walk, that's a 2-day walk.
I don't know what to tell you, sir. It's going to take them 4 days. They're going to come out of the water.
God.
Oh, very
Like
slow
Pirates of the
vampires.
Caribbean.
So since Jasper knows all about newborns, he's going to lead a kind of training session.
Which one was Jasper again?
Well, he became a vampire during the Civil War, and he's the youngest of the Cullen clan.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so the actor's going to have to do a southern accent, and we're going to have some flashbacks to him during the Civil War.
Do you think it matters that he wasn't at all doing a southern accent in the first 2 movies?
No, it's probably fine.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Any other side characters getting
Oh,
random flashbacks
I should look
in
at
this
that
thing?
later.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because Rosalie's going to get one, too.
Which one's she again?
Who?
Well, she's one of the vampires, sir. I'm almost sure of it. Nice.
Anyway, she's telling Bella about how she didn't get to choose to become
Oh.
a vampire. Her life was absolutely perfect, and she didn't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
become one.
Oh,
now I
absolutely
remember
perfect, huh? Those are strong words. What was her life like?
Well, she was super in love with this guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then he, assaulted her with a bunch of his friends and left her to die.
Oh my God.
Just an absolutely perfect life,
That's not, that word doesn't mean that.
Anyway, then she got turned into a vampire and killed all her assaulters
What?
one by one and saved her ex-boyfriend for last and killed him while wearing a wedding dress.
Yeah, that actually sounds a whole lot more interesting of a movie than the one we're making. Definitely.
Do you think
Yeah.
that's a bad sign?
No, it's probably fine. Oh, okay, good.
Oh, and Bella's also going to be told about some werewolf history.
Oh, yeah? What did she learn?
Well, there was this big fight with the vampires, but this one lady,
Oh my
she saves
God.
the last spirit warrior of the tribe by distracting a vampire with her own blood.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, and so she dies because the way she got blood was to stab herself in the stomach for some reason.
Oh, did she not know that other parts of the body have blood in them, too?
I guess not. Whoops. Whoopsie. So anyway, the vampires are going to get the werewolves to come train with them because everybody's coming together to protect Bella.
So a bunch of humans in Seattle are dying, and a bunch of vampires and a bunch of werewolves are preparing to die.
Yeah, and coming together despite a rivalry that spans centuries.
Right, all that, just for Bella.
That's right.
Yep.
So, like why?
Well, sir, like I said, she is the main character.
Oh, yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, it's a life and death situation for a bunch of vampires and werewolves and innocent humans, all because Bella's on the movie poster.
That is an important character trait.
So anyway, then there's going to be the big training scene with
That's
the
so
vampires
funny.
and the werewolves.
A training scene, huh? What's that like?
Well, the vampires push each other around for a couple of hours while the werewolves watch.
And that's helpful for everybody?
Apparently so.
Well, great. Yeah, and then it's time for a fight. So very exciting. I can't wait to see the main characters in some action scenes.
Oh, well, actually, the main
main characters, they're gonna go camping.
What?
Yeah, they want to get Bella away from the action, and so Jacob goes
that's
along to mask her
awful.
scent, and also Edward's there. And they go camping? They do. They go to the top of a mountain, but you know what happens there? It gets cold. So as the side characters are battling vampires, the main characters are gonna battle, you know, hypothermia. They are, and since Edward is a cold vampire,
What are they gonna cuddle?
Gonna have to cuddle with Bella to keep her
that's right,
warm.
they
I'd
cuddle.
sure like to see them fight a vampire
Where's
army,
Edward?
though. Well, we're gonna have Jacob spoon Bella and make eye contact with Edward, which is just as exciting as a vampire fight. Is it, though? So anyway, the next morning, Jacob finds out that Bella finally said yes to Edward's marriage proposal, so he's all pissed. Oh, he is? Yeah, he doesn't want to take no for an answer. He's like, I know you love me, you just don't want to admit it. And that's romantic? It sure is, sir. And then he's like, maybe I'll go get myself killed in the fight if you don't choose me. Kind of feels like emotional manipulation.
What the
Actually,
hell?
it's romance. If you say so. Then she kisses him, so he stays, then he just leaves anyway. You know, I can't help but feel like this is putting some weird messages out into the world. Yeah, messages of love.
I hate all this.
And then we're going to show some snippets of the fight with the newborns, and then Victoria is going to find Bella and Edward. Oh, wow. How'd she find them? Well, she could smell Edward, so she tracked them down pretty easily. They went through all that trouble of masking Bella's scent, but Edward's scent was traceable the whole time. That's right, sir.
Right?
Very dumb protagonists. And then it's time for our frickin' showdown with Victoria. Now, is it going to be tough to beat her? We've built this showdown up for 3 movies. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, Bella does the foreshadowy thing we shoved in everybody's faces earlier.
Which is
does
what?
Bella stab herself in the stomach like that lady did? She realizes that her arm also has blood in it, so she cuts that instead of her stomach.
That's
Very
pretty good.
Smart.
That's a lot of blood.
So then Victoria's head just kind of comes off. Oh, yeah, just kind of comes off. So that's all done. That's all over with. Just pops right up. Okay, great. And then those evil Volturi vampires, they show up and they're like, guess what? We're gonna be in the next movie. Very ominous. Also, Jacob breaks some bones, which doesn't really affect anything, and that's it. Wow, well, it sounds like it's gonna make money. Probably. Kind of makes me sad that there's only one book left to adapt. Yeah, I wish there was a way we could squeeze some extra money out of it.
Oh, I forgot they did the 2-parter. Wow, these movies are terrible. I don't know what to say. I mean, like, it's just, okay, it's a teen romance. It's a very cheap storyline of a teen romance. I had a lot more fun reading the books than I did actually watching the film. Maybe it's because I felt more invested in Bella when she was on the page rather than on the screen. It's just the way that Kristen Stewart portrayed her. But also, at the same time, yes, there were just some very dumb things that happened. Like, the main characters were hidden from the battle, yet they could smell Edward at any point. Also, there was just like an excuse in the cold to go spooning Team Jacob and Team Edward, and like they knew exactly what they were doing the entire time. It was just marketing, marketing, marketing. That was one of the main issues with Twilight for me, was that Bella had no stakes. There was no discernible reason why this person, other than the fact that she was picked by Edward, had any sort of importance or weight to the story, because your protagonist should feel like it's only them who could do this in any story. But I feel like we could replace Bella with anybody, and they talked about it in the first pitch meeting where she had to be so bland that any teenage girl with self-esteem issues could just juxtapose herself onto the blank slate that is Bella and put herself in the story. I understand that, but it just makes me feel like there's no story other than werewolf, vampire, fantasy. This was another good one. Ryan George knocked it out of the park yet again. I can't wait for the last 2 pitch meetings for Twilight. Stick around if you want to see those. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like what you saw, you know what to do. Give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Check out everything else we got going on Patreon. If you got any spooky stuff you want me to watch, or try not to laugh, try not to cry, anything you want me to see, leave it in the comments below. I'll be sure to add it to the list and check it out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. From one artist to another, stay creative, and I'll see you again.